Welcome to our Learning Bite from Elevate Sales Development. I'm Cam Elliott, and today we're going to be talking about feedback, and specifically we're going to be looking at how we go about asking for feedback. So this is a really great skill to be able to help us to be able to grow, because feedback is really that. It is a tool that we can use to be able to uncover our blind spots and be able to make decisions about what we want to be able to do moving forward. And so we're going to look at what are the kind of 6 kind of key points that we have in terms of how we go about asking for feedback. And the number one is about developing this growth mindset. So that is, I have this understanding that feedback is a tool that I can use to be able to grow, and I want to actually get better at this particular task or this particular skill set. So by actually going into it with this mindset of I'm using this to be able to improve, we're already setting ourselves on the right track. The second is about asking little and often. Now, all too often within organisations, we see one of the main times that people receive feedback is at an annual review or a biannual review. Now, so much time has passed over 6 or 12 months that how can anyone actually be expected to deliver really good positive feedback, or constructive feedback, I should say? It's very difficult. So if we're going to take control of our own feedback, which means we're taking control of our own growth, then we need to be asking little and often. The third is about being specific. So if we ask a very broad question in terms of, do you think I'm doing my job very well, then it's very hard for someone to give specific feedback. And actually that particular one more sounds like I'm fishing for compliments. So we want to be as specific as we can, because the more specific the ask, the more specific the feedback that we're going to receive. The fourth is about giving permission to the counterpart to give you constructive feedback. And the way that I like to do this is by setting it up in a positive way. And that by that we use positive language. So we say, I'm looking to improve on this particular XYZ. Could you give me some tips on how you think I might be able to do it better? Much better than just saying, how am I going at this? Because it's really giving permission for them to be able to give you some tips on how to do it better. The fifth is about being gracious. So all too often we see people, when they receive feedback, the first thing they want to do is explain why they do something in a particular fashion, and that's not what we want to do. We want to be thankful. We want to be able to say, great, I'm going to take that on board. We can then be objective with that and make a decision about what we want to do with it at a later date. So being gracious, because we want that person to be able to give us feedback in the future as well. And the last one is about asking a broad variety of people for feedback, because feedback is actually someone's opinion. Well, there's 2 types of feedback. There's factual, which somebody may, if they're giving feedback well, give you actual examples of what you've done in the past, which then has established what their opinion is. But it is just their opinion. And so by asking a broad range of people for feedback, we're able to get a broad range of opinions, which we can then collate and decide which way we want to go, what are the things we want to do in order to improve on that particular thing. So get out there, ask for some feedback. It's taking control of your own growth, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.